today's session on Dry Land Can Be Dreamland. 22nd March every year is celebrated as World Water Day. On occasion of this day, this year we have arranged this special session for you to create awareness regarding water conservation and rainwater harvesting. We have with us a very esteemed personality, Dr. Swati Samvatsar Madam, Director at Jalashri Watershed Surveillance and Research Institute. Madam has a rich experience of working in this sector, and she has led to develop the Jalashri Institute as national level institute for research, training and implementation for rural development with NRM and skill development. Madam has also worked with many reputed agencies in the field of water-centric rural development. I welcome Madam for this session on behalf of our. Welcome, Madam. Now I would like to request our Director, Dr. Shilpa Bendale, Madam, to please share her views on occasion of this program.
Good afternoon, everybody. Our today's guest of honor, Dr. Swati Madam, coordinator of this event, Professor Nishant Sir, and dear student friends, and all teachers join for this program. It's really a great pleasure to have such type of program because on 22nd March, as Sir said, we celebrate International Water Day. So is it necessary, it is required to celebrate this water day, because we are very much aware that every year sometimes there is rain that is which is sufficient, sometimes it is totally drought in the area of some of the areas, and at that time we have to manage how to use that water available for throughout the year and all. And for that purpose, that we have to put uh, because when water is amply available, we don't take care of it, and when it is not available, we always think of, even one dot is very much important for us, one dot of water is important for us. And taking into consideration all these factors, we thought that we should make aware students that how we can save the water, and how we can make that the today's topic what Swati Madam has suggested, that is dry land to dreamland. It's really a very important topic, and topic of need, because nowadays if we think, and if you go to Rajasthan, there are so many places in Rajasthan whether they have just developed the watersheds, as well as they have developed green land also, and doing very well in this sand where there are sand dunes. We can find the water sheds there in the Rajasthan land, and how we can convert this dry land into drink land. Swati Madam, being an expertise in this area, will highlight and will guide you properly. And friends, you are the future of India, and this guidance will help you that how you can save the water, and how you can go from dry land to dreamland. And Madam will guide you in a very proper way. Please listen it carefully. And thank you, Madam, for accepting our invitation. And we look forward for your guidance. Thank you, Madam. Over to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so very much for such kind information and kind introduction. I'm just a part of KC Societies, and it's my honor as well as my fundamental duties to whatever I have to share to the young generation. So today I'll be with Milind Pandit sir also. So partly I'll take care of, and partly Milind sir will take care of the technical session. So I hope all of you will enjoy and just have another view what water is. So shall I share my screen? Can you see everyone?
Yes, Madam.
Yes, okay. So it's a big namaste from my side, from me and Milind. Sorry. It's not there. So, It is visible, I suppose.
Yes, madam.
Okay. So big namaste from me and Milind sir. So today we'll have a small journey how water is important in our life and what actually water is and how we can conserve it at community level, at individual level, in rural area as well as in the urban area. So whatever I am showcasing, it is experience and it is our whatever we have learned from the community in last 30 years. This is also part of Department of Science and Technology, which is very kind enough to assist us financially for the awareness on natural resources with special mention to water and biodiversity to community. So it is part of this program also. And this is our actual moral duty to explain what we are doing with the students and with the community and what is necessary. Okay, coming to the main subject, dryland can be dreamland. And this is an experience with farmers of dryland located in different pockets of India, right from Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Gujarat, Delhi, and go beyond up to the Ethiopia. So this is our work, you can say, and it is shared by me and Milind sir. So when we are talking about the natural resources, what natural resources are exactly? We are learning it right from our childhood. We know sunlight is there, land is there, air is there, water is there, vegetation is there. We all are human beings, all animals. We all are part of these natural resources. And since you are the management student, so I'll take management part in detail. So how to manage it? This is the main crux of this work. The day one from the earth originate or earth take a birth, from that time only we all having the same quantum of all chemicals, all compounds, everything is same. Then why we are crying? Because the form has been changed. Sunlight is there, atmosphere is there, land is there, air is there, water is there. So some sort of vegetation is also there. Then what is the problem? Problem is that we have disturbed the ratio proportion. Yes, we means all human beings. Like I can present it like this: water, land, forest, cattle, and people. And this is the situation now. Everything is like this, but this people portion has been increased. And this you can see everywhere, not in India, but throughout the globe. We have increased like anything. And now we want to capture all the ecological niches. What it means? In long back, maybe there are some forest or some unused land. Now everything is occupied either by industry or by human settlement or resort or so many things. What happened actually when anyone want to develop a resort? They'll just purchase an agriculture land or some wasteland which is full of trees cover or natural ecosystem actually. They'll cut it, then they will raise a very beautiful house or some settlement area, and then they replant some exotic species. Point is, whatever earlier was there, we are removing it without knowing its importance. Have you seen any big tree like वड पिंपळ ज्याला आपण म्हणतो किंवा बरगद हिंदी में कहते हैं? In each this ficus tree means on this banyan tree at least 15 types of birds and 150 types of insects, they are associated with one banyan tree. and you will take hardly half an hour to cut it, because we are smart enough. We are highly mechanized nowadays. You can cut a very big tree just in one hour or even less than that. Removal of one tree equals to removal of settlement or habitat for another 15 plus 150 plus n number of microbes. Just think over this issue. Then we said, yes, we have lots of natural resources. We have, this India is blessed with mountain system. We have Western Ghats, we have Eastern Ghats, we have Himalaya, we have Registan, everything. We always feel very proud about it. We only feel, but we don't internalize what is the natural resource and what it means. We just want to make it as a only picnic point. We want to go for a Registan safari or desert safari, but we will not even try to understand what this ecosystem is. And I'm really happy that so many young students are there. So I just want to insert a small thing in your mind or back of the mind. Whenever you go anywhere, any natural ecosystem, just try to understand what it means, how all the things in that system is working together and they are interlinked. Very basic question, where is the forest? Whatever your question, I'll just answer all the questions at the end of the session. So where is the forest? You can say, you will answer me, yes, it is in the forest. Yes, forest is there, but actually it is the forest land without the forest density. So what to do? We need forest for many developmental activities. We have to cut it. But whenever there is a chance, we will not replenish it. We will introduce something else. I always give this common example कि हम एक बरगद काटते हैं और उसके जगह हम 10 बोगनवेलिया लगाते हैं. Being a botanist, for me, all plants are having the equal importance. But everyone has their own and very specific function in the ecosystem, and we don't understand it. On the other side, there is millions of hectares of land which is unused. And in case of climate change, what we have learned, if you are keeping this land naked, means without any vegetational cover, means it's a great crime. Everyone has seen this thing like this. Rivers are full of debris, full of garbage, and still we want to dip into it. कि हम अपने पाप धो के इसमें डाल देते हैं. So we are add on more pap in the river. You can see, and you will be surprised. This is a picture of our holy river Ganga. Identify where is the holy Ganga. Just a small story about this Ganga Mata. When she started, or this is the beginning of the river, it is from the glacier and it is very pure and without debris. And as it enters in towards Haridwar and Rishikesh, you can see this in the second picture. So many people are there. We worship it. We worship it on by understanding this. This is the right way to worship it. What we do? We do lots of flowers, floral garments, and lights. We just offer to the river Ganga, and we feel that we are worshipping the Ganga. If you can ask, or if Ganga Mata can answer, then she will cry only. Come to this picture. Now we are moving up to the Banaras. Everyone knows about this Banaras pool. Yes, nowadays government is taking good care of Ganga Mata, and so many efforts are going on. But we also have to play a very important and very active role in it. This next picture is more troublesome, you can see. हमें लगता है कि गंगा माता में के किनारे मरे या उसमें हमारी लाश भेजाए तो सारे मतलब सीधा स्वर्ग में पहुंचेंगे. जाने वाला तो स्वर्ग चला गया, लेकिन यहाँ नरक छोड़ के गया है. You can see this. Again, full of garbage, full of plastic, so many bottles. I found this small picture from internet, and thanks whoever is made this. Maybe some small kid, but very correct interpretation. You can see this. The river that flows from heaven to the earth, or I want to say heaven to the hell. You can see this. Then in remote places, there is rivers, but when they are dried up, this lady, she is collecting water from this subsurface area. Means she will dig a pit and then she will collect. One positive thing which I want to share is that mostly the tribal community, they are aware where is water available. If you are moving here, you can't say where is the water from where I can dig, and I'll dig a pit and I can collect the water. But this community is aware, but there is no water. This is another picture. You will see again a lady, she is fetching water, but the difference is that in this picture the surface water is dried up and the subsurface water is available. And in this picture, because of the water conservation intervention, the surface water is coming in the form of spring. So this is a real picture from the Alirajpur district of Madhya Pradesh, where we have constructed one check dam. I'll go to that slide after some time. If you see this picture, you can imagine what is happening here. The quality, the quantum, and the customer, you can see. This is the Ramraj. No, no, no. We don't want this kind of Ramraj. Now come to a little bit of theoretical portion. We all know that our Earth is the only planet which has water. So it is also known as red planet or blue planet. In this planet, almost 75% we are having water and 25% is land. But whatever is water is available on this planet, out of which almost 96% is present in the form of oceans, seas, or bays. 1.74% present in the form of ice caps, glaciers, and snow. While groundwater is only 1.69%, and the fresh water in the lakes or rivers is just 0.76. Means रुपया में 1 पैसा. You can see how precious rivers are. Still we are not aware about this, how precious they are, and we are just wasting. Now you can ask me how this happens, from where this water is coming. The water we are getting on earth in the form of precipitation. जे पण पाऊस येतो ना, जसं आदिवासी क्षेत्रात विचारलं की पाऊस कुठनं कोण देतं, म्हणजे देव देतो. मग यावर्षी पाऊस कमी का झाला, तर ते म्हणतात देव नाराज झाला. मग मी त्यांना म्हणते की तुम्ही देवाला काही मानता दिली का, की तू नाराज नको बाबा, आम्ही तुझ्यासाठी काही करू. मग ते मला विचारतात की आम्ही काय म्हणणार त्यांना. मी त्यांना म्हणते तुम्हीच ओळखा आणि फाइंड आउट what you can offer to the God who is offering this precipitation. Then after a series of discussion, it is surfaced out that if we are cutting the trees, we are not taking care of our ponds, our rivers, rivulet, and all small nalas. Answer is there only. Again, coming back to this, whatever the precipitation we are receiving more precipitation on the land compared to the ocean. Means ocean is receiving less precipitation but evaporating more. And in land, we are receiving more precipitation and evaporation is less. Again, we'll see it in different way. The Earth hydrological cycle is a closed system, means water will not go anywhere, it will move in the earth only. So in globe, 110,000 of cubic kilometer rains are receiving on land and 380,000 of cubic kilometers precipitation receive on the ocean. Out of this, 70,000 of cubic kilometer will be washed out in the form of evaporation from the land and 420 from the ocean. If you see this equation, then you will find there is a difference of 40. You can see here. So this 40 is the runoff. Now your management starts here. You have to manage this 40 to make it cyclic, to make it equilibrium. So we have to play with this runoff. This is the world map, so no need to show it again. So we'll take this hydrological cycle, means how water moves. We have learned it from our childhood days that water is coming from the sky or and then it come to the earth and again it will go to the upside. So it is moving like this. Means precipitation is received on ocean or on the earth, and some part of it will be go back in the form of evaporation. Some part of it will be go back in the form of transpiration, and it will condense there and again it will come down. But in between, some water will run off. It will go inside the ground, either with the infiltration, and there is again a movement of groundwater here also. So it is moving like this. But this system is not so easy as it is available here or you can see here. In every small natural region, there are one hydrological cycle is present. And if you disturb that cycle, then you will disturb another cycles also. Because we have learned one is input and then activity happens and the result of input is output. So output of one hydrological cycle is the input of another one. If this output is disturbed, then the input for other cycle will be disturbed. So what we have to do and what we have to learn, that how to manage the hydrological cycle at local level. In another terms, you can see whatever the rainfall is received. This is the input. And what is the output? It is the evaporation, percolation, evapotranspiration, then soil moisture and the runoff. So in simple way, we can say that precipitation is equal to E plus RO plus groundwater plus evapotranspiration plus SM in soil moisture. For more if I want to explain in more easier way, I can say that whatever the quantum is going in different way, we are receiving in the form of precipitation. You can ask me then what is the problem? If this equation is so well written, it is happening so nicely, then what is the problem? Then problem is that if this evaporation is checked or it is more or percolation is less, then this equation will be disturbed. Then what to do? We have to solve it, we have to rectify at the local level only. So this is the solution. If you are living in a rural area, solution is different. If you are living in urban area, then the solution is different. In rural area, we'll work from right of the uppermost part of the hillock to the river. And in urban area, we don't have a hillock or river. So whatever the water is collected in our rooftop, we will try to harvest it. But if you want to do something, you want to achieve something, you have to make a road map, and it is known as approaches. What road you want to select, and we'll select as per our objective. So if your objective is to work in the rural area, then we have to select some other approach. If you want to work in urban area, then your choice will be different. In a simple words, if you want to go to Delhi, you may go by train or a plane or by road. If you have so many works in a different station, then you may prefer to go by road. If you want to reach early, so you can go by the plane. So these are the different methods or approaches. Whatever I'll explain, this is our experience in different river basin, from Chambal, then Mahi, Narmada, and river basin. So we have worked in this area, and whatever we have done, I'll just show how we can work for conservation of water, maybe in rural or urban area. So these basins, they are, you can see, they belongs to this purple color. So this purple color is drylands. Now one more word is come, dryland. Our topic is dryland can be dreamland or dryland to dreamland. So this dryland, so what is the specialty of this dryland? Are they special? Actually, they are special because they are very challenging. Why? Because they may receive very less rainfall, but evaporation is very high. So our Jalgaon and this central belt belongs to this semi-arid zone, where precipitation and potential evapotranspiration ratio is almost 0.2. If you don't understand this, what is this 0.2 and 0.5? In simple word, whatever you are receiving precipitation is less in compared to whatever you want to have. So this is the deficit. But this deficit, how you can manage? There are so many different ways to manage this deficit also. And why it is happening, why these drylands? Very simple, very known example is deforestation, then overgrazing, and most important thing is overexploitation. We are exploiting all the resources. जर का 4 दिवसात एकदा नळ आला तर ज्या दिवशी नळ आला त्या दिवशी आम्ही सगळे भांडे ओतले आणि सगळ्या भांड्यांमध्ये पाणी भरलं अगदी चमच्यांपासून. Just think this is also one example of overexploitation. जर तुम्हाला कोणी सांगितलं की चला चला ते झाडावरती खूप फुलं लागले आपण आपल्याला मिळू शकता, तो we will just pick all the. So there are so many examples in our life where we can say, yes, we are also part of this dirty business of overexploitation. And there are so many other things also, but these are the 2-3 main things. Then again, you can ask me why you are talking about the drylands only, because most of the major land mass on the earth also belongs to the dryland. Most of the biodiversity it is located in this system. For example, this Western Ghats, they are also part of this dryland. And it is very fragile ecosystem. If you disturb it, it will not produce its all the services. And if you not manage these drylands, desertification will be the outcome. And you are maybe aware of the what is the consequences of the desertification. एकदा जे पण रेगिस्तान झालं ते पुन्हा हिरवळ होणार नाही. आणि व्हायचं पण असेल तर त्याला 1000 हून जास्ती वर्ष लागणार. आणि या सगळ्या ड्रायलँड्स मध्ये खूप सारे आमचे जे पण जीन पूल आहे, म्हणजे की जसे की मँगो आहे, राईस आहे, या सगळ्यांचे वाईल्ड रिलेटिव्ह राहतात. एक अगदी आउट ऑफ द वे जाऊन एक आणखीन तुम्हाला गोष्ट सांगते की आज जर का आपण मँगो विचार केला तर महाराष्ट्र म्हटलं की सगळ्यांना फक्त एकच मँगो माहिती, तो म्हणजे अल्फेन्सो. रत्नागिरीचा हापूस, त्याच्या पुढे नाही काही. रत्नागिरी, शिवगड, या वॉट एव्हर यू प्रिफर, बट यू विल नॉट थिंक बियॉन्ड दिस. Just 50 years back, we had more than 6,000 mangoes in our country. आता तुम्ही जर का मोजले, आता आपण 1-to-1 इंटरॅक्ट करत नाही तर आपण विचारलं असतं कोणाला तर यू विल नॉट गो बियॉन्ड 10. म्हणजे केशर आहे, बदाम आहे, हे ते असं सगळं मोजता मोजता तुम्ही 10च्या पुढे नाही जाणार. तुम्ही म्हणाल की हे तर हॉर्टिकल्चरचं केस आहे, याच्यामध्ये जीन पूलचं काय आलं? तर व्हॉट एव्हर जीन इज रिक्वायर्ड टू इम्प्रूव्ह द व्हरायटी, इट इज प्रेझेंट इन द नॅचरल इकोसिस्टम, म्हणजे इन द फॉरेस्ट. म्हणून त्यांची गरज आहे. आणि वॉटर अँड सॉइल, ज्या की त्याच्या बिना तर अन्न उघडणारच नाही ना. भले तुम्ही काही लोक हायड्रोपोनिक कराल, पण त्याच्याकरता पण पाणी हवंच ना. मग काय करायचं? Then you cry only and sit quietly. No. We have to find out the solution, and solution is there. This is the very typical characteristics or photographs of the drylands. All thing is brown, and this lady, she has to walk 7 kilometers one side to fetch 30 liters of water. Means she will go 7 kilometers, she will come back 7 kilometers. It is 14 kilometers. 14 kilometers equal to 30 liters. Just imagine if you are sitting in IMR, 7 kilometers, how much? Maybe almost university. So you can think की एक डोक्यावर घड्यावर पाणी आणायला तिथे जायचं आणि तिथनं पुन्हा यायचं. Imagine yourself. This small girl, she is carrying head load for firewood. But why we want to cry always and always? If you find solution, if you act properly, if you manage properly, if you manage all the resources properly, then this situation can be changed and this can be like this. But it will take at least 1 to 2 decades and 2 P's. I know management students, they are means aware of 5M, 2M, 3W like this. So this is the 2P. One is passion and another is passion. You have to be passionate and you have to keep the patience. And I always say that this is the miracle. But we create miracle. ऐसी कोई जादू की छड़ी नहीं होती कि एक घुमाया और खत्म हो गया और सब जादू आ गया उसमें. You have to create day by day. You have to walk baby steps every day, every time, in all activity. Then only you can achieve. Okay. So we conserve this water, surface water means rainwater. So you can see the water is available. Because of this water, groundwater level has increased, and so the little girl, she can enjoy the drinking water in her vicinity. Once water is available, then the second crop is possible. I don't know whether you students are aware that wheat is coming as a rabi crop. It is the second crop. म्हणजे पावसाळ्यानंतर येणारी हिवाळ्यातली फसल आहे. आणि त्याच्यासाठी पाणी लागतं. जर का पाऊस नाही आला तर गहू नाही उगत. And ह्या दोन्ही conditions आल्या and she earn little more money, so she go for some additional money in the form of floriculture. एका दिवसामध्ये she can earn around 300 rupees. So these are the basic activities. Then these are the plus activity, you can say. So go for this fruit orchard, so they can have good nutrition. Now here is the play of small technology infusion. They are growing some cooker bits with the help of this trellis system or मांडवा पद्धती. पंडाल जसा लावतात तसं. And if still you have energy, you can go with this cash crop. You can see this is a tribal lady. She cultivated onion, and her onion, it was purchased by the Jain irrigation. I'm talking about the tribal belt of Gujarat. You can see her face, smiling face, and the quantum of onion she is having. Then the third thing is that we always feel that if community is involved right from their childhood, they will own the things. You can see here, two small kids, they are planting a small sapling. I have one story of this picture actually. When we are working in Gujarat and part of Rajasthan, it is the picture from Baswada, Rajasthan. And we just give some saplings to the community, and 4 or 5 students, they were wandering here and there, and they come to me and they said कि ये हमें भी दे दो. So then I said कि नहीं, तुम इसका क्या करोगे? बोले आप हमें दे दो, हम भी इनको लगाएंगे. And when we distributed so many plants and just 10-20 left out, I said कि okay, इनको दे दो बच्चों को, वो भी खुश हो जाएंगे. And we forget. After 2 years, when I again revisit the place, I saw all these plants, they were in the school. And then I asked teacher की हे कोणी लावलं? ते म्हणे तुम्ही ते 2 वर्ष पहिले दिले होते ना, या पोरांनी ते झाडं लावले आणि त्यांनी सगळ्या झाडाला आपलं नाव दिलंय की या झाडाचं नाव बबलू आहे, हा टपलू आहे, आणि त्या पोरांनी उन्हाळ्याच्या सुट्टीत येऊन पण त्याला पाणी दिलं. That was the eye-opening event for me. We have to involve all sects of the community from the beginning, so we can make it sure that this project will run successfully. So this is the thing, and we work like this only. These are the again additional activities. When everything is there, this is the plus activity, and all ladies, they are coming together, they form a cooperative, and they sell milk in the village and in taluka place. But it took 20 years. But how it happens? Again, you are the management student, so I want to share with this king. We do the SWOT analysis. Everyone is aware what is SWOT. So we find that this community is very hardworking. They have very potential in learning, and they have very good understanding of the ecosystem, and their resilience is very high. But what is the weakness? They are unskilled. And in this area, no rainfall or inadequate rainfall and the undulating topography. And the threat was that every 3rd year was the drought and prolonged summer. और एक बार बारिश आ गई, फिर 20 दिन बारिश नहीं आएगी, फिर आएगी बारिश तो सारे saplings मर गए. You have to replant it. But the most beautiful and the shining part was that this community was ready to accept the new interventions. And the productivity enhancement was having very great potential. And there were so many untapped natural resources which we can manage properly, and we did it. For that, we use blend of three different systems: ecosystem approach, watershed approach, and sustainable livelihood approach. In ecosystem approach, the unit is the ecosystem. In watershed approach, unit is the watershed. In sustainable livelihood approach, unit will be the livelihood activities. So from mixing of all these three, what we did, we developed a new roadmap, which is like this. It starts from the dry land and it will end to the dreamland. How? It starts with the understanding of situation. See, it is a very generic map and you can apply for many kind of activities. First, you have to understand what is the exact situation and what is the scope of improvement and what are the loopholes. If you can list out all these things, then we'll go for the technical feasibility. If anyone is asking, I want a check dam here, if possible, then only we can go for it. So we have to check the technical feasibility also. After that, we involve the community and then we train them so they can take care of their natural resources, and I'm telling you, they are a very good manager. Then we start the first generation interventions. In any development case, we need a lot of money. So only one source is not sufficient. So we have to converge different sources, different financial sources, human resources, everything. Then first generation activity and second generation activity starts. Then we intensify the activities, means spread out. And the outcome of this is the food security, financial security. And the most important is water security. Once you achieve this, then it will reduce the migration. Migration reduce झालं म्हणजेच की तुमचं लिटरेसी रेट वाढलं, तुमची हेल्थ चांगली राहिली, तुम्ही घरामध्ये राहिले, सोशल डायनॅमिक्स वाढलं. हे सगळं जेव्हा वाढलं, then it starts to become a dreamland. So this is the roadmap, and we have achieved this kind of activities or set of activities, and we have developed more than 350 such villages in different localities, mostly in challenging ecosystem like ravines, in tribal belts, and in undulating areas. This is another roadmap. But whenever we are doing, it is with the help of science, technology, and most important is community. These are some different activities or interventions, how it happens, and it works a lot. Again, if you find out how it starts, what is the basic interventions or primary interventions? So primary interventions are water conservation and soil conservation with the help of involvement of community. So community will be always in the pivot position. Everyone is able to see this, na, I suppose?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then, okay, thank you. Then after this means the second, after finishing this activity, we'll go for the massive plantation and we'll find out alternative source of energy. It will help to restore the ecosystem. And the outcome of blending of this activity is the farm productivity and increased green cover. Now here all community will come together and they form a cooperative, or it will be community-based organization, and they will manage all these things. And the impact of this thing is food, water, fodder, timber, and financial security. which will ultimately lead to the reduced migration. So here I am using word impact, and this is the outcome. So whenever you feel, you can ask any question and write down in the chat box, so I'll solve your query. But we can't work in a single way. We have to work in a holistic way for the economic, infrastructure, and social development. So you can say it is the development of Antyodaya to Gramodaya to the Sarvodaya. म्हणजे अगदी जो सगळ्यात निडी आहे तिथनं पासून सर्वांपर्यंत. Because everyone has a right to develop, and then we have to help them. Whenever we are working for the natural ecosystem, we are working in the different levels. That is the watershed. So these are the different nomenclature of the watershed, what it means and how it works. And this is the you can say outcome of the micro watershed. And now I'll ask Milind sir to take it forward. And this diagram is showing, you can see the greenery here. You can see some green part here. You can see wheat, then the onion, and this river is flowing fully. The water table has rise, and they are the women. They are actively doing the animal husbandry in the village. So this is the final figure. But how it happens, slow, step by step. Now Milind sir will take care of.
So in a rural area, or you can say the countryside area or village area, you have to have some different approach to conserve rainwater. The basic focus or basic target is to just conserve the rainwater which is flowing, and to conserve the topsoil, which is very precious. Nowadays, in some newspapers or some environmental, some research papers, you have read out that Sardar Sarovar is also having some threat that it will silt up, or even Indra Sagar, which is just adjacent to our place in Madhya Pradesh. Very much threat over there because of the silt load which is coming during the monsoon season when the rivers are full and flowing very high. So the silt is a very dangerous and very silent killer for these structures. So this is the I can't say this is the first intervention, but there are some thumb rules to work upon a major landmass. We consider all the soil type, even land slope, land class, everything. And looking to the land slope, there is one thumb rule that you can't dig any pit beyond 25% of the land slope. If the hill is more than slope having 25%, you can't go for any such type of trenches or all. So at that location, you have to plant some vegetative cover or some indigenous species for the green cover to make it green. So because of the green cover, you can reduce the intensity of runoff, as well as you can reduce the topsoil erosion also. And if the slopes are something more gentle, that means below 20% up till 5%, you go with all these intervention like CCT. CCT means continuous contour trench. A trench which is dig on a imaginary contour line. Contour line means on equal level line. But this is not a continuous trench, it is staggered trench. That means it is with some cuts. So there is no continuity in this trench. So this is first intervention. Normally, people were suggesting or experts suggested this type of structures should be taken up for conservation of runoff. And because of that, you just see the impact of this CCTs, that everything has become green. The photograph is of the same site. And in the gullies or small ओघळ, ज्याला मराठीत म्हणतो आपण ओघळ, त्याच्यावर हे बनलेलं स्ट्रक्चर आहे. इज अ व्हेरी लो कॉस्ट स्ट्रक्चर. लूज बोल्डर चेक असं म्हणतात त्याला, बोल्डर चेक्स और गली प्लग्स, and it is all the loose boulders arranged in a proper manner so that it will intercept or restrict the free flow of runoff. And because of it is on the ridges, means the upland of that particular terrain, so it will help. And because of that, small reservoirs, it will improve or enhance the hydrostatic pressure on the downstream side. And because of these small structures, you will find that your wells and even tube wells get full during or after monsoon. So this is one more structure, very low cost. It is costing around 1,000 rupees and or with local labor and local material. These are some more structures. There is a one good success story of a state I want to share, that everybody knows. Before 10 years or Punjab is the most wheat producing state in our country. But nowadays, because of these small interventions, Madhya Pradesh government done a very good job. They have dug almost 23 lakhs of this type of small ponds of 1,000 cubic meter only in most of the farm fields in a cluster or like that. And because of that, groundwater get recharged, and where there it is accumulated as a irrigation tank, they'll use in the rabi for wheat crop. म्हणजे हिवाळ्यातला जे गहू आहे त्याच्याकरता त्यांनी तो पाणी वापरलं, आणि त्याच्यामुळे now Madhya Pradesh is on top in wheat cultivation. So this small intervention makes lots of impact on the overall economy of the state. This is one more classic photograph of a gabion structure, wire mesh gabion. This is called the box gabion, I should say. And this is just a filter before or upstream side of any bigger structure, that just so it will make as a filter to reduce the siltation rate of a bigger structure. And this is a very good example of such structure. This is Ardhan Nalaman, means Mati Bandhara. Marathit म्हणतो याला. Mati Bandhara is a very classical example or major intervention in watershed development. And this is made with all local material, but very technical structure, because it is having so many items or components in it, which is hidden right now. But because of that, it gets success of conserving too much of rainwater with least amount of expenditure. So this is one very good example of Ardhan Nala burn. And these are some check dams, very low cost but very effective. You can see this is the operational time or construction time photograph. After that, you just see the same photograph when it is harvesting the rain. The same site with full of water in it, and the tribal people are cultivating wheat all around our surroundings. It is hardly 2.5 lakh costing, but giving benefit for a whole village. These are some more glimpses of small structures. These all structures are not some fixed, you can say, design, but it is a tailor-made type arrangement. जैसा मौका वैसा काम, जहां पर जो सूट करेगा, जिस तरह का करेगा, वो सब उस तरह से ही होगा. वो असं नसणार आहे की ते कुठेही म्हणजे एकसारखेच असणार. ते केलं की मग त्याची इकॉनॉमिक्स या कॉस्ट बेनिफिट रेशोवरही भरपूर फरक पडतो जर का असं नाही केलं. So these are some interventions or pictures of different shape, size, and location of small check dams. And some other intervention in other part, because in Rajasthan northeastern part, that Bharatpur district, it is a sandy loam soil adjoining to the Kevladev National Bird Sanctuary, and all the villages are look like the previous picture, pre-operational status, but we have done so many revival of ponds, and because of that we have clear out all the catchments of that particular pond. जितनंही पाणी येत होतं तिथे लोकांनी इन्क्रोच केलं होतं त्याला हटवलं, आणि या पॉन्ड्सना डिगिंग करून त्यांना प्रॉपर रिफॅब्रिशमेंट केलं जेणेकरून त्याच्यात पाणी थांबलंय. आणि these areas are known for soil and water salinity, म्हणजे त्याची हार्डनेस जी आपण आता आरो वापरतो आपले ते 500 mg पर लिटर पण जर का हार्डनेस असेल तरी आम्ही म्हणतो की बाबा आरो लावा आणि त्याला 100 वर आण. इथे 6000 आणि 8000 TDS असणार आहे, तर ते पाणी आपण तोंडातही नाही ठेवू शकत, इतकं खार आहे ते. तर त्याच्याकरता हे असे इंटरव्हेन्शन जेणेकरून ते TDS 1000च्या या 800च्याही खाली आलं आणि ते पाणी युजेबल झालं, इवन ऍग्रिकल्चर ऍज वेल एज इन डोमेस्टिक पर्पजेस, असं पण झालं. And one more example of a dam in Ravines, Dacoits, पुलंदेवी के गांव का बना हुआ स्ट्रक्चर है. प्री ऑपरेशनल जब हम सर्वे कर रहे थे उस समय का फोटोग्राफ है, और जब हमने बना दिया उसको 5 महीने बाद तो उसका नजारा ये है. And because of this structure 18 villages are this is
So you just see this area, and now you see this area is here, so you can see the quantum of water stored.
1.7 million cubic meter त्याची रिझर्वायर कॅपॅसिटी आहे. 1.7 मिलियन क्युबिक मीटर म्हणजे जवळजवळ 17 लाख क्युबिक मीटर, म्हणजे 17 लाख क्युबिक मीटरला तुम्ही 1000 अजून मल्टिप्लाय केलं तर ते निघून येईल की किती इतके लिटर पाणी याच्यात वन टाइम स्टोरेज यायचं. आणि याच्यामुळे जवळजवळ 18 गावं वॉटर सफिशियंट सेल्फ सफिशियन्सी आली आहे त्यांना. सगळे हँडपंप, सगळे बोरवेल्स, सगळे रिचार्ज झाले, आणि जवळजवळ 1000-1500 हेक्टर जमिनीवर त्यांनी आता व्हीट कल्टिवेट करतात ते.
आणि याच डॅम वरती आम्हाला राजस्थान सरकारचं पाणी पर्यावरण पुरस्कार मिळालं होतं.
तर ते अप्रिसिएशन पण गरजेचं आहे, कारण ज्याच्यामुळे मग थोडा आपलाही मान वाढतो आणि आपल्याला पुन्हा उत्साह येतो की बा अजून असं काही करावं आपण पुन्हा. तर ती पण एक मोठी गरज आहे. हा दिस इज फ्रॉम भरतपूर. यू कॅन सी द ड्रायनेस ऑफ दिस स्ट्रक्चर, बट आफ्टर construction you can see the lower picture that it is a 1.5 kilometer reservoir. आणि जसं मॅडम सांगत होत्या की ऑलवेज कम्युनिटी शुड बी ऑन द पिव्हॉट, म्हणजे ते आधी असले पाहिजे फ्रॉम द डे गो. ज्या दिवशी तुम्ही प्लॅन करताय तेव्हाही कम्युनिटीला तुम्ही लीड मध्ये घेतलं तर ते सस्टेनेबल होतं. नॉर्मली गव्हर्नमेंटचे जितके पण प्रोजेक्ट फेलियर का होतात याच कारणामुळे की ते जे लोकलाइट्स आहेत या जे गावकरी आहेत त्यांची ओनरशिप नसते, त्यांना कळतही नाहीये, त्यांना कोणी सांगतही नाही की बा हे असं काही करतोय आम्ही, आणि त्याच्यामुळे खूप सारे अशा चुका होतात, आणि जेणेकरून ते मग सस्टेनेबल नाही होत, ते मग शासनाचंच बनून राहून जातात, आणि तसंच मग ते खंडहरही होऊन जातं, म्हणजे त्याचा उपयोग काही होत नाही. तर ती एक मोठी गरज आहे, यात एक मोठा त्याच्यात म्हणजे गूढ आहे जे की समजून घ्यावं. किंवा कम्युनिटी जोपर्यंत इन्व्हॉल्व नाही होणार तोपर्यंत त्याची सस्टेनन्स नाही येणार, त्याची ओनरशिप नाही येणार, त्याला कोणी मेंटेन नाही करणार, त्याचा इव्हन उपभोग पण नाही करणार. And because of that previous structure, this is the impact. जवळजवळ 2011 वर हे असा हिट लागलेला आहे, म्हणजे मागच्या वर्षी होता आणि या वर्षी पण होता लॉकडाऊन पिरियड मध्ये. आणि हा त्याचा ऍक्च्युअल हे की बा जो की अनकल्टिवेबल लँड होती त्याच्यात लोकांना पाणी भेटलं तर त्यांनी मग असं करून दाखवलं आणि त्याच्यामुळे राजस्थान गव्हर्नमेंटनी आम्हाला पुरस्कार दिला की बा असं काही घडलंय इथे. आणि हे अलीराजपूर मध्य प्रदेश मध्ये ट्रायबल डिस्ट्रिक्ट आहे, ऑलमोस्ट 100% ट्रायबल. तिथे मागच्याच वर्षी लॉकडाऊन पिरियड मध्ये 2019 मध्ये हा असा फोटो होता, जानेवारी मध्ये इतकं ड्राय झालं ते. आणखीन नेक्स्ट इन द डिसेंबर मंथ यू जस्ट सी द पिक्चर ऑफ दॅट.
डिसेंबर 2020
चा फोटो आहे. असं असणार आहे, म्हणजे एका स्ट्रक्चरने इतकं परिवर्तन होऊन जाणार आहे की जी जागा आधी अशी होती अगदी लिटरली ब्राऊन, नाव इट इज. हा काही मॅनेज्ड फोटो नाही आहे, हा रिअल आमच्याच पैकी कोणी खेचलेला फोटो आहे हा. ही परिस्थिती निर्माण होऊ शकते. नेचर इतकं म्हणजे त्याला काय म्हणू आपण, की नेचर इतक्या लवकर स्वतःला रिवाइव्ह करू शकतो. These are some pictures of the watershed area where the very classically watershed activity is done. So you just see one woman is fetching water or getting water through a bucket without rope. इतकं वर पाणी आलं या वॉटर टेबल. हा काही मॅनेज फोटो नाही, हा कुठेही काही त्याच्यात फोटोशॉप केलेला नाही, हा नॅचरल फोटो आहे. पण इतकं पाणी वर येऊ शकतं या आलेलं आहे. आणखीन शेजारी हे पॅडी लावली आहे त्यांनी, म्हणजे इमॅजिन करा की ज्या याच्यात वाळवंटासारखं काही नव्हतं होत तिथे. आणि हा गुजरातचा फोटो आहे, दाहोद जिल्ह्याचा.
जर का हे सगळं नीट मॅनेज केलं, सो वी कॅन हॅव अ व्हेरी important role in GDP through the agriculture, although the share of agriculture has been reduced like anything, but productivity has been increased. So we have to think on this issue also, because this is the case of management. If you can manage it properly, then everything is possible. Just see one more thing. If you are having only kharif crop, then this green color you can see in the first picture, without any intervention, only 4 months they are green. Means only in 4 months the crop will be there. If you do primary or first level intervention, then it will go up to the January. And if you do the second level intervention, means if you are constructing the check dam, what you have seen just now, this cycle can go up to the April. Means you have achieved, or this ecosystem is functioning at its optimal level. Means food security is there, fodder security is there, seed is available at appropriate time and rate, and migration has been checked, and you means the community have some additional money in their pockets. So this is the story. There are certain
हा जो त्याच्यात की केसर आंबा, this is done in Dahod district or in Gujarat. We have developed almost 29,000 wadis of 0.1 hectare land mass, and because of that वलसाड़ का केसर आम दाहोद में आने लग गया और उसको हमने आंबा ब्रांड दिया. त्याच्यातही आम्ही म्हणजे काही इंटरव्हेन्शन असे केले आणि जवळजवळ 11 कोटीचा आंबा त्या फार्मर प्रोड्युसर ऑर्गनायझेशननी बिग बाजारला विकला होता त्या वर्षी. सो दिस इज समथिंग गुड सक्सेस स्टोरी विथ अस. When food security is achieved, then you play with all different interventions. These are some floriculture done by our farmers. A small plots of 500 square meter or 200 square meter, they are putting marigold, roses and chrysanthemum, and they earn lot of money, almost 300 to 400 rupees per day. So cash flow is very good in those households. And this is that the trellis model, the pandol. It means the cucurbits can be raised on the platform or a pandol, and it will give very good results for all. दुधी भोपळा आहे, गिलकी आहे, कारलं आहे, अशा जितक्या क्रॉप्स आहेत जे वेली ज्याला आपण म्हणतो, त्या वेली क्रॉप सगळ्या याच्यावर आणायच्या आणि त्याच्यामुळे तो स्टेन पण नसणार आहे. जे जमिनीवर जर का फळ पडलेलं असेल तर तुम्ही पाहिलं असेल टरबूज जेव्हा तुम्ही विकत घ्यायला जाता तर एका भागात त्या टरबुजाला बाकी तर पूर्ण हिरवं दिसतं ते, पण एका बाजूला तो पिवळा डाग असतो. तो पण नाहीये तो डाग. तो जर का गिलक्यावर आला या दुधी भोपळ्यावर आला तर त्याची किंमत मार्केटमध्ये कमी होऊन जाते आणि हे हँगिंग असल्यामुळे लवकर ग्रोथ पण येते आणि चांगले रिझल्ट असतात. तर असं पण करता येतं आणि व्हेरी कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव्ह ऑल्सो. सो सम सीड प्रोडक्शन बाय द फार्मर असं पण काही करता येतं. आणि सो मेनी डिफरंट इंटरव्हेन्शन्स विथ द एव्हियन फॉना ॲज वेल एज स्मॉल अँड लार्ज रुमिनंट्स, म्हणजे म्हशी, गाई, शेळ्या, कोंबड्या, backyard poultry, regular poultry, all these can be done in the villages. And then milk producer, हे गुजरातचाच फोटो आहे कारण तिथे असं आम्ही केलं होतं. आमचे भरपूर कोऑपरेटिव्ह होते, जवळजवळ 51 मिल्क कोऑपरेटिव्ह आम्ही एस्टॅब्लिश केले होते आणि ते अमूलला भरायचे दूध, आनंदला. आणि सम डिफरंट इंटरव्हेन्शन्स म्हणजे मल्टी क्रॉप, एका क्रॉपवर जर का असेल मोनोकल्चर केलं तर देर इज अ रिस्क, जर का ती फेल झाली तर मग काय करायचं. म्हणून खूप साऱ्या वेगळ्या व्हराईड क्रॉप करायची गरज आहे, जे की जे ऍग्रिकल्चरिस्ट आहे तेही म्हणतात की बाबा क्रॉप रोटेशन असलं पाहिजे. एक क्रॉपवर डिपेंडन्सी नको, 2-3 क्रॉप घ्या. तर हे सगळं आणि विथ अॅनिमल हजबेंड्री एज वेल एज फॉडर करता, म्हणजे हायड्रोपॉनिक फॉर फॉडर, म्हणजे असं पण जेणेकरून अॅनिमल हेल्थ पण चांगली राहील. हे सगळं and some different interventions as artifacts and skill to the rural woman, असं सगळं. हे भरतपूरला एक काय म्हणतो त्याला, मुंजा सिक्रम, म्हणजे गवत असं आहे एक प्रकारचं मुंज, जे आपण पूजेमध्येही वापरतो ते गवत. तर ते गवताचे हे आर्टिफॅक्ट्स बनवले, बायकांना शिकवलं, त्यांना ट्रेन केलं आणि मग ते असं ब्युटिफुल असे सगळे आर्टिकल्स बनवतात आणि चांगल्या भावात विकले जातात आणि त्यांना लाभ आहे त्याचा. असं हे पाहिजे, असं हे पण करता येतं. देर आर a number of events can be done in the rural area nowadays. Corona, COVID-19, so masks, or women are trained to stitch mask आणि मोठ्या आरामात आम्ही जवळजवळ 1.5 लाख मास्क आता या कोविड टाइम मध्ये बनवून त्या बायांकडनं विकवले आणि मेजर प्रॉफिट त्यांनाच आहे, आम्हाला काही त्याची हे पण नाही. आणि त्यांना एक स्किल आलं, त्यांनाही कळून आलं मार्केटची, म्हणजे स्मार्टनेस आली की बाबा कसं डील करायचं एखाद्या वेंडर बरोबर. मग दुसऱ्याही वस्तू करणं सुरू केलं, थैल्या बनवणं सुरू केलं, हँडबॅग्स फॉर वुमन्स आणि असं थोडं, म्हणजे त्याला दिस इज अवर ट्रेनिंग सेंटर इन भरतपूर. आणि जेव्हाही काही पण काम करायचं गावात तर कम्युनिटीला इन्व्हॉल्व करायचं, ती ओनरशिप येईल. अदरवाईज तुमचा तो कार्यक्रम तिथेच राहील. तुम्हाला जरूर वाटेल की आपण चांगलं केलं, पण त्याचे रिझल्ट्स आर नॉट सो गुड. सो ऑलवेज इन्व्हॉल्व कम्युनिटी, दॅट इज द मेजर प्रिन्सिपल ऑफ डुईंग वर्क इन रुरल एरियाज. हे पण प्रोव्हान्स मध्ये मुलांना, म्हणजे अगदी बिहड जिथे असं डपाईट्स राहतात त्या क्षेत्रात, तिथे शाळेच्या पोरांना इन्व्हॉल्व केलं की बा तुम्ही प्लांटेशन करा तुम्ही. तर त्यांनी एक नवीन काही हे केलं की बा 2 लिटरची पेप्सीची बॉटल आणली, त्याला झाकणाला भोग केलं, त्याच्यात एक सुतळी टाकली आणि पाणी भरून त्याच्यात ठेवलं, तर इट इज वर्क लाईक अ ड्रिप. सो समथिंग इनोव्हेशन बाय अ स्कूल गोईंग चाइल्ड. असं पण केलं आणि सगळं पोरांनीच केलं.
So this is the case study from the rural area, and if you want to work in the urban area, so there are this is the actually impact of activities. I'll just go through this, and if student ask what they can do in urban area, so there is the major intervention is that rainwater harvesting from the roof and other surfaces. So this is one small glimpses. We are just finishing into 3 more slides.
आता एक मोठा प्रश्न निर्माण होतो की बाबा जितकं मी पण आतापर्यंत दाखवलं ऑल बिलॉंग्स टू एनी रुरल एरिया, व्हेरी बिग लँड मास, खूप सारी गावची लोक आणि त्यांच्या बरोबर आपण असं काही काम करू शकतो. पण आम्ही तर राहतो शहरात, मग आम्ही काय करायचं, आमचं काय कॉन्ट्रीब्युशन त्याच्यात. तर बाबा माझं असं म्हणणं आहे की बाबा तुमचं घराचं छत या व्हॉट एव्हर द पेव्ड सर्फेसेस यू आर हॅव्हिंग अराउंड युअर हाऊस होल्ड, you can use as a catchment area for collecting rainwater and either putting into any storage tank or you just channelize it and put into any groundwater source. So it will help. पण असं आहे की जर का सगळ्यांनी केलं तर त्याचा लाभ होणार, पण जर का मी एकटा करीन आणि मग मी पाहिन की बाबा त्याचा काय उपयोग आहे या त्याला माझा काय लाभ होतोय, तर असं नसणार आहे. कारण एक्विफर जे जमिनीखाली आहे, जो की एक स्पॉन्ज आहे 2 इम्परव्हियस लेअरच्या मध्ये, तो रिचार्ज करायचा आहे ऍक्च्युअली आपल्याला, जेणेकरून आपल्याला डगवेल्स मध्ये या बोरवेल्स मध्ये पाणी मिळतं. या तर त्याला पाणी वाढेल, और जर का थोडं ब्रॅकिश पाणी असेल म्हणजे थोडं खारं असेल तर त्याची क्वालिटी इम्प्रूव्ह होईल. कारण वॉट एव्हर वी आर रिसिव्हिंग थ्रू रेन्स इज द प्युरेस्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वॉटर, ऑलमोस्ट डिस्टिल वॉटर आहे ते. जोपर्यंत जमिनीला टच नाही होत तोपर्यंत ते ॲज गुड ॲज डिस्टिल वॉटर. सो तुमचं म्हणजे वर्षाचं पाण्याची जी गरज आहे ती मला वाटतं ऑलमोस्ट मेजॉरिटी मध्ये तुम्ही अचीव्ह करू शकता की ते प्युरेस्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वॉटर जे आम्ही आरो लावतोय. आणि आरो मध्ये तुम्हालाही माहिती आहे की 50%, मोर दॅन 50% इज गोइंग ॲज अ बॅकवॉश, विच इज अ क्राईम. की एवढं ट्रीटेड वॉटर तुमच्या घरी येत आहे थ्रू कंड्यूट पाईप्स, आणि तुम्ही त्या पाण्याला आरो करताय आणि त्या आरोचा अर्धा हिस्सा या मोर दॅन अर्धा हिस्सा जो की वेस्ट मध्ये जातोय आणि तो ड्रेनेज मध्ये जातोय आणि तुम्हाला कळत नाहीये. तसं नसावं म्हणून त्या पाण्याचा उपयोग असं रूफ वॉटर हार्वेस्टिंग आयदर प्लेग्राउंड्स, गार्डन्स, ऑल रोड सर्फेसेस, पेव्ड सर्फेसेस, जे काही असेल जिथेही पाणी पडेल आणि ते वाहू शकेल ते पाणी आपण उपयोग करून त्याला रिचार्ज केलं गेलं पाहिजे. So this is very classical example or photograph of roof water harvesting, because it is slopey roof, so there is a valley gutter in it. Otherwise, pipe conduit and some storage or some groundwater source. एवढंच हवंय आणि हे करता येतं. आणि माझं, कारण मी सिव्हिल इंजिनियर आहे, तर मला कळतं की 1000 स्क्वेअर फूटचं जर का छत असेल आणि तुम्हाला हे सगळे पाईप बीप लावायचे असतील आणि तुमच्याजवळ ऑलरेडी टाकी असेल पाण्याची ज्याच्यात की तुम्ही नळाचं पाणी कलेक्ट करता घरी, तर मला नाही वाटत की 4000 ते 8000 पेक्षा जास्ती काही खर्च यायला. बट व्हॉट इम्पॅक्ट यू आर हॅव्हिंग, तर याच्याबद्दल थोडंसं हे सांगतो की बाबा रेन वॉटर हार्वेस्टिंग म्हणजे काय, रूफ टॉप ॲज अ कॅचमेंट एरिया. मग चॅनलायझेशन म्हणजे त्याच्याकडे तुम्हाला काही पीव्हीसी पाईप्स हवे, देन यू हॅव टू हॅव वन प्रॉपर फिल्टर. कोणालाही व्हेरी ऑब्विस, ते काही सिव्हिल इंजिनिअरिंग नाहीये त्याच्यात इन्व्हॉल्व, बट इट इज कॉमन सेन्स की बा तुम्ही घरातही जेव्हा नळाचं पाणी येतं बादलीत घेता मध्ये माठा टाकायचं म्हणजे एक पांढऱ्या कपड्यात त्याला गाळून घेता. तर इट इज लाईक दॅट की तुम्हाला ते एक फिल्टर हवाय ज्याच्याकडून की वरचं जे घाण पाणी, छतावर काय धूळ आहे, पानं आहे, माती आहे, पाचोरा आहे, जे काही असेल ते सगळं क्लीन होऊन गेलं पाहिजे ना आपल्या रिझर्वायर मध्ये या ग्राउंड वॉटर मध्ये. तर ते करून घ्यायचंय. तर आता फिल्टर कसं बनवायचं, फिल्टर मार्केटमध्ये अवेलेबल आहे 2000 ते लगेच 10,000 रुपयापर्यंत. पण आपण तर आपलं वापरावं. 200 लिटरचा एक ड्रम असेल, 100 लिटरचा ड्रम असेल, इव्हन जरिकेन असेल 35 लिटरची, त्याच्यातही आपण सँड बेड बनवून त्याच्यात फिल्टर करू शकतो. आपले जुने सोफे आहेत ते काढून स्पॉन्ज फेकून दिलाय, वापरण्यात नाही घेते, तर स्पॉन्जचा फिल्टर बनवू शकतो. तर काही पण वापरू शकतो. ते आपलं कॉमन सेन्स आहे की आपण कसं त्याला वापरायचं. And these are some different models of how to get roof water harvesting done in different locations. हे त्याचे मेजर कंपोनेंट्स आहेत की असे असले पाहिजे. एस्बेस्टॉस सिमेंट असेल तर माझं एवढंच म्हणणं आहे की बुवा एस्बेस्टॉस सिमेंट वरचं पाणी थोडंसं डेंजरस आहे, कारण एस्बेस्टॉस मध्ये ग्लुकोसिडोलाइट म्हणून एक एलिमेंट आहे या केमिकल आहे जे की कार्सिनोजन आहे. त्याच्यामुळे कॅन्सर होऊ शकतो. तो जर का बॉडीत इन्व्हॉल्व्ह झाला म्हणजे बॉडीच्या आतमध्ये गेला तर तो कुठे ना कुठे कोणत्या सेलवर जाऊन बसेल आणि तिथे कॅन्सर निर्माण करेल. म्हणून त्या पाण्याला कंझम्पशन करता नाही वापरायचं, गार्डनिंग करता या बाकी काही कामं करता वापरू शकतो ते एस्बेस्टॉसच्या छतावरचं पाणी. अदरवाइज दिस इज वन एक्झाम्पल ऑफ हाऊ टू व्हॉट इज द इम्पॅक्ट ऑफ एनी रूफटॉप. इथे मी एक्झाम्पल म्हणून 200 स्क्वेअर मीटरचं म्हणजे जवळजवळ 2000 स्क्वेअर फूटचं एक छत घेतलंय ज्याच्यावर 800 मिलीमीटर पाऊस पडतोय आणि त्याचा रन ऑफ कोफिशियंट म्हणजे जितकंही पाऊस पडेल त्याचं 80% पाणी तुम्हाला अवेलेबल होणार आहे. जर का ही पोझिशन असेल तर तुम्हाला वर्षात 1,28,000 लिटर पाणी अॅन्युअली तुमच्या जवळ आहे. ते आयदर यू कॅन स्टोर इट, बट इफ यू आर गोइंग टू स्टोर इट जस्ट avoid to get involved sunlight into that reservoir. त्याचं झाकण असं एअर टाईट वॉटर टाईट असलं पाहिजे की त्याच्यात सूर्यप्रकाश नाही इन्व्हॉल्व्ह झाला पाहिजे. सूर्यप्रकाश गेला म्हणजे त्याच्यात बॅक्टेरियल या बायोलॉजिकल ऍक्टिव्हिटी सुरू होईल आणि ते पाणी स्पॉइल होऊन जाईल, त्याला वास यायला लागेल, त्याच्यात एल्गी फॉर्मेशन होईल, जे काही होईल असं सगळं होईल. ओपन असेल त्याच्यात मच्छर होतील, लार्वे होतील, अजूनही काही काही होईल. तर म्हणून त्याला अगदी वॉटर एअर टाईट ठेवायचं त्या पाण्याला, त्याला सूर्यप्रकाश नाही लागू द्यायचा. आणि जर का तसं असेल तर ते वर्षभर पाणी ॲज प्युअर ॲज युअर बेटर देन RO पाणी असेल, तुम्ही त्याला पिण्यामध्येही वापरू शकता. ही परिस्थिती आहे. आणि किती लोकांकरता ते सफिशियंट आहे? 6 मेंबर फॅमिली जर का असेल तर 300 दिवसाकरता 70 लिटर पर कॅपिटा पर डे, पर पर्सन 70 लिटर पाणी तुमच्या छतावरच अवेलेबल आहे. आम्ही एक स्टडी पण केली होती, त्याचाही मी एक हे टाकतो किंवा हे सगळे फिल्टरचे प्रकार आहेत वेगवेगळे. हे जळगाव बेस्ड आम्ही स्टडी केली होती आजपासून 4 वर्षापूर्वी. त्याच्यात असं आहे की जळगावची पॉप्युलेशन तेव्हा 4,60,000 होती जळगाव टाउनशिपची. त्याच्यात जवळजवळ 1,03,480 घरं होती. जर का आम्ही विचार केला की सगळ्या घरांचा आपण रूफटॉप वॉटर हार्वेस्टिंग करायचं तर काय होईल, तर रिझल्ट निघून आला. खालचा फिगर जो आहे, इट इज ऑलमोस्ट 57% ऑफ द वॉट इज द वॉटर डिमांड फॉर अ इयर ऑफ जळगाव टाउन. म्हणजे इमॅजिन करा की तुम्ही 57% पाणी तुमच्या छतावरच आहे, पण तुम्ही शोधताय वाघूरमध्ये किती आहे, गिरणामध्ये किती आहे, हे सगळं. अँड विच इज द प्युअरेस्ट फॉर्म ऑल्सो. म्हणजे जे तुमच्या वाघूरमधनं पाणी येत आहे तेही कित्येकदा चुकत असेल, ट्रीटमेंट नाही झालं तर त्याची क्वालिटी काय होत असेल ते कळत नाही. पण हे पाणी तर तुमचं आपलं आहे, छतावरच आहे आणि प्युअरेस्ट आहे, ते 57% आहे. तर हे त्याचा रिझल्ट आहे. जर का असं घरी पण केलं तर इंडिव्हिज्युअली हाऊस होल्डला प्यायच्या पाण्याची तर मुभा होईल, म्हणजे त्याच्यात काहीच अडचण नाही, RO लावायची गरजच पडणार. दिस इज
So if you just intervention outcome and impact table आहे की जर का कन्झर्वेशन ऑफ सरफेस वॉटर, ग्राउंड वॉटर केलं तर सॉइल मॉइश्चर कन्झर्व होईल. त्याच्यामध्ये जर का ट्रेनिंग कॅपॅसिटी एड ऑन केली तर कम्युनिटी रेडी होईल तुमच्यासाठी. वॉटर अँड मॉइश्चर अवेलेबल आहे, याच्यामुळे सॉइल इरोजन रिड्यूस होईल. आणि दुसऱ्या पण इंटरॅक्शन आणि इंटरव्हेन्शन्स जर का करत गेले तर अल्टिमेटली हे होणार आहे की यू विल बी happily lead a life without facing the climate change problem जे पण आहे. आणि तसं आम्हाला एवढंच म्हणायचं आहे की सेव्ह द नेचर अँड नर्चर द फ्युचर, अँड दिस इज डन फ्रॉम आवर साइड. थँक यू व्हेरी मच फॉर लिसनिंग quietly. I hope you enjoyed it, or if you have any questions please ask me. I am ready to answer. Thank you very much.
Any questions, dear students?
No, sir.
No issue.
Okay, so I have posted a feedback link box. Every student has to compulsorily fill this feedback form. You will get this feedback link in your chat box. Now I will propose our vote of thanks. So on behalf of our institute, KC, the Institute of Management and
Nishant,
Research.
Nishant,
madam.
first take the questions if any students have.
Yes, madam, I ask questions, but no one is asking questions.
Ask them again. Any doubt, any question? I hope everyone has understood it properly. Has no questions.
Yes,
Please,
ma'am.
students, if you have any questions,
Yes,
please
ma'am,
feel
we
free to
understood
ask.
it
So
properly.
how many of you follow this rainwater harvesting and saving water and all? You can have your dream project in future too, being students of management. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I hope all of you have listened it very carefully. And madam has put very informative lecture and spend her time for all of you. She is very busy, but apart from her busy schedule, sir and madam have spent time for us. So please, students, take something. If some of you students follow the system, you can work out for society, you can do for yourself, and you can do your own business also out of this. Any venture, any project, you can do out of this. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay,
Very
ma'am.
good. Very good. Thank you very much for listening patiently. Thank you. And thank you, madam, for accepting our invitation.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
thank
sir.
Okay. So on behalf of our institute, I extend my most sincere thanks to Dr. Swati Samvatsar Madam and Dr. Milind Pandit sir for guiding our students on how to convert dry lands into dreamlands. I really hope that our students will definitely practice this at their homes and work upon such kind of projects for the betterment of the society. I would also like to thank our director, Dr. Shilpa Bendare Madam, for always providing support in organizing such kind of. And lastly, I would like to thank all the dear students for patiently listening and attending this program. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fill up the feedback form. It is in your chat box. Okay. Thank you.
So shall I leave?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. See you soon.
Yeah, positively.
Yeah.
You ask your student to visit the poly house. It is full of yellow and red capsicum.
Capsicum. Okay. Those are from our poly house.
Yes.
Yes, very good. Yes, definitely. I will ask them to visit. Yes,
Yeah.
dear students, please visit our poly house, which is behind our Institute of Management and Research, and you can see there over the yellow, red, and green capsicum there over. Yeah. So you
Yes.
can buy also, you can see also, and you can those who are having farming, their parents are doing farming can have some ideas from that. So you do visit the poly house, which is behind the Institute of Management and Research. In our campus only, it is there. So do visit.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you. I thought it is at your there in MJ College. Yeah.
No. In
So
poly house
where,
only.
where it is available for sale now?
In the poly house only.
Okay. Okay. I will go there tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah, please.
I will also like to visit that.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you very much, madam. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Sir,
thank
thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. All the best to all of you.
Yeah, thanks, ma'am.
Thank you.